Hey, welcome to another episode of Wired for Shelly. I'm Doug Robertson, and today I'd like to talk to you about three very basic but insanely powerful features of the Shelly platform. These three features work locally, and what that means is that even if the device is not connected to the internet, to our cloud, or even used through our app, these features are still going to work for you. The reason why that's so important is because you've got any number of cloud connected devices that require an internet connection and someone else's server in order for you to use them. Now, you could be a consumer using these in your home, or you could be, a plant manager in a 3 million square foot facility, and these are just as important features for you to use. The first of them is timers. The second are schedules, and the last is power on defaults. What I'd like to bring up with each of these is they're stored locally on the device. So any relay or plug product from Shelly has these. You don't even need to set it up inside of the Shelly Smart Control app. You can do it locally through the web interface on each of these products. Now I'm going to illustrate how to do this through the app, and so let me show you on the tablet right now how to do this. We're going to go to the main lights here in the classroom, which is running on Shelly 1 PM. We're going to select timers. So you've got auto on and auto off timers. The way these work, if you select auto on and the relay is turned off, whatever time period you have set here is what will pass before the relay automatically turns on again. So let me show you how to set this. You tap the time setting, and let's say 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So we'll save that and we'll tap auto on. Now, if I turn off this relay in 2 minutes and 10 seconds, it's going to turn back on automatically. The inverse is the auto off feature. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you're running a sprinkler controller, and we want to stay on the tablet. Thank you. If you're running a sprinkler on the auto off timer setting, you set the sprinkler to run and then 20 minutes later it turns off. Then say you've got another schedule item that turns it on 20 minutes later. It's going to skip through your zones. So there are lots of reasons why you want to have timers, but the fact that they are stored locally on the device, they execute on the device, you don't need any sort of connection to the outside world. The same goes for schedules. So we're going to go here to the calendar button and add schedule. And so this is the basic schedule. You basically pick the number of days, the days each week you want it to run, and then you go through the time and then you tell it what to do, but you've also got advanced options. And here's where you can get really powerful with it. You can select specific days of the month and specific months of the year. So you've got true 365-day scheduling, again, locally on the device. Let's go back just to the simple to illustrate this, but we'll go time, and let's say 2,300 hours, and we're going to add a local action, and we want to turn it off. What this means is at 11 o'clock every night, this is going to turn off automatically. And now we're just double checking the settings, and that's good. Now let's do another instance where we're going to use the advanced, and let's select specific days of the month, 4th, 23rd, 26th, and then specific months of the year. Let's do June. And then at 2,300 hours, this time let's turn it on. Let's say that this is an outdoor light. And actually, let me show you one more action, one more component here. We're going to turn it on, but then we're going to toggle after. Let's do 600 seconds. So now 10 minutes after it turns on, it's going to turn back off because it's going to toggle again. But it's only going to do it the 4th, 23rd, and 26th of June. So to give you an example of how that might work, I worked with a gentleman who owns a laundromat, and 365 days a year his laundromat is open. We still want to stay on the tablet. All right, so 364 days a year his laundromat is open, but on Christmas Day every year it's closed. And so this is exactly the sort of scenario where you would want to do that. The final function I want to show you is down here in the input-output settings. Now, of course, you've got switch, but power on default. So this is how you determine how you want the relay to act anytime power is lost. Now, that could be a power outage that happens in the middle of the night and you've got your bedroom lights on this schedule. You want to make sure that your bedroom lights don't turn on in the middle of the night and wake you up. But other ways that this might matter. Let's say you're switching over to generator power or you're switching between solar and grid. You have the ability to set whether the relay is going to be on, off, the last setting, or it'll determine what the switch setting is. So you can use if the switch position is on or off to determine how the relay acts when power is restored. So these three settings, like I said, very powerful, very simple and easy to use, but for my house, 80% of my home automation is handled just from those three settings because I'm able to determine what time I want something to happen, what day of the week I want it to happen, when I want it to stop happening, all of these things stored locally on the device. Now, when you combine that with some of our other features like actions or scripts or virtual components, you're able to build a really sophisticated but simple automation system that anticipates your needs. And based on these three things, sort of adjust the behavior of how your automations work. I'm going to cover all of those in future episodes, but these 3 points are the basis to help you get started in managing your smart home with Shelly. Thank you and have a